I've been experimenting with health and fitness for a while now, and it's safe to say I know what works and what doesn't. And in this video, I'm going to make health and fitness as simple as possible for you to understand because it's not complicated, but for some reason it gets complicated, especially by a lot of fitness guys. But it doesn't need to be at all. So where do you start? This is where I'd always recommend to anyone, any of my clients, anyone who has any inquiries about where to start with fitness is diet. You've got to, and it's about elimination. It's not about adding things to your diet to start with. It's about elimination. It's the most important thing. You've just got to cut all the shit. Said it in many videos before because it's so important. You can't do anything else if you're eating like shit. If you're eating loads of processed foods, in trans fats, in takeaways, your brain is getting fried by the dopamine to start with. You're getting fat around the waist and your arms and places. You just don't want to get fat. Your face is getting inflamed. It's not what you fucking want. So you need to cut the shit. You know what it is. It's not hard to differentiate what's bad and what's not. If it's not real food, if it's high in sugar, cut it out. So that's where you've got to start, is removing everything that's bad. And then it's focusing on what you eat and the diet you have. And it's very simple. Diet is very simple. My philosophy is just eat real food. So unless you're blind, you're gonna be able to differentiate real food from fake food. So, but you do want to pick superfoods as well to yield the most results. And there's about 6 or 7 that I'd recommend that you just stick to, make it very simple for you. Red meat, eggs, butter, cheese, sweet potato, rice, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. And you do that alongside, you can have your coconut and avocado and olive oils to cook with, but you stick to that. Fuck me, you're going to feel incredible. If you switch from loads of processed foods and high sugar and chocolate and takeaways and stuff like that to eating strictly the foods that I listed, add dark chocolate in there as well. Actually, it's something I like to eat often. You are going to feel absolutely incredible. Trust me, it's probably the biggest change you can make. It's the thing you can do that yields the most results, is changing your diet. For me, it was one of the biggest changes ever in how I felt, and it actually just feels, it makes you feel superhuman. You feel like Superman when you're on a proper diet, strict diet, and your health and fitness is optimized as a whole. And that's going to bring me on to my next point, which is hydration. Another hack, another very easy life upgrade you can make if you're not drinking a lot of water, and you start drinking, I'd say 3 to 4 liters as a man a day. It's what I do. I have it filtered and I have it in glass water bottles as well, so you don't get all the microplastics and BPA and endocrine disruptors. The glass water bottles literally cost me like £1.20, so it's not, you don't really have an excuse. It's a very cheap investment you can make, and that impacts your health in a very positive way. You do really want to filter your water as well. You don't ideally want to be drinking tap water. I mean, it says that it's safe and it's safe to drink, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily good. Like, I live in the UK. I don't want to drink the tap water. So it's better to drink the tap water if you haven't got a choice, but ideally you want to have filtered water. Even if you just buy a Brita water filter, you don't have to necessarily do the plumbing and, fit a whole new filter in. Just on a basic level, get a Brita water filter. They're not that expensive, and it's a good investment for your health. And you're investing in yourself, which is much more important than everything else. And you're going to be saving all this money from all the takeaways and shit you're going to stop buying anyway. So reinvest it into your health. The next point, training. So important. You've got to train at least 4 times a week. No questions asked. It's non-negotiable. Every person in the world should train. Every man should be bloody training, especially as a young man. You're developing your frame and your physique from the age of 16 to 30. You're going to build your frame for the rest of your life. It's the point your testosterone is the highest, and you've got the most opportunity to build muscle and build that frame for your future. There's endless benefits to training. I mean, take away the fat loss, the getting lean, the looking shredded, having like muscle mass. You've just got so many mental benefits as well. The pride you get, you've got more energy, more focus, you just feel better, your testosterone increases, you've just got more drive, your sex drive gets better, you just love life infinitely more. And it's weird how something like that works, but so many benefits to training. You've got to do it. Even if you don't like it, you'll like it eventually once you get into it more. You've got to start. If you don't know where to start, depends how many times a week you go to the gym. I'd recommend if you go 3 times a week, you do full body, you do cardio at the end of every session. If you do 4 times a week, upper lower. If you do 5, do push pull legs, upper lower. 6 times, do push pull legs, chest back legs. It's just my recommendations. That's not set in stone. That's just what I would do depending on how many days I went to the gym. I do 4 at the moment because I've got an ultra marathon, so I'm doing a lot of running. So I do upper lower. Honestly, it doesn't fucking matter. The splits do not actually matter as much as you see the TikTok jargon talk about it. It's a lot of bollocks on TikTok, if I'm being completely honest. So I don't really use social media. Even if I go on there for a couple minutes and I see a fitness post come up, I look at the comments, I just think everyone just chats a load of nonsense that makes it so fucking complicated for no reason. I don't get it, but that's what I'm doing in this video. So I'm trying to make it more simple for all of you to understand. All I want is to fucking help as many people as I can, help people who feel like shit, feel amazing, like I've made myself feel, because I used to live like shit, like the majority of people always did at some point, and I know how bad it makes you feel compared to how good living the lifestyle that I currently live makes you feel on a physical, physiological and psychological level. So training, very important. If you want more help with your training, link in the description. You can sign up for my program and I'll coach you and I'll optimize your training and nutrition and everything like that. But anyways, enough about me trying to sell you something. Back in the video. There's another point with training as well. You want to be doing resistance and cardio. You don't really want to do one or the other. For me, cardio on its own, you get too skinny. You don't really look very healthy and you don't look very masculine. You just look a bit sort of slight and frail. Gym on its own doesn't really make you healthy. Your heart health, your cardiovascular health's not there. And for me, I got bigger, but I didn't look good. Whereas when I've mixed the two, I feel so much better and I look so much better as well. So mix the two, resistance and cardio. If you just do honestly, the most basic prescription I can give anyone is gym 3 times a week and then run 3 times a week. If you can't run, just do another form of cardio, but running's my favorite. So, and the next point is another fundamental, and that is sleep. Sleep is so important. I think a lot of your life's problems can actually be solved by just getting enough sleep. If you're sleeping 4 hours a night, 4 or 5 hours a night, and then everything seems like it's going to shit, try sleeping 8 hours a night, and then you realize, oh, my life isn't actually fucked. I just needed a bit more sleep. I think it's very hard to be low all of the time or sad or unhappy with your life if you've got your training, diet, and sleep fixed. It's just, these are the 3 fundamentals, and the fundamentals are what yield the most results. That's why I always constantly go over them, because people are always looking for a hack or a quick fix of things that they can do. Literally just focus on them 3, and that's what's gonna give you 80% of your results, really. And then obviously I'm gonna cover in this video a few additions you can make, like in regards to your health. But focus on these 3 first. Don't do any of the others before you've got these 3 sorted. 7 to 9 hours a night. I personally don't think seven's not enough for me. I like at least 8. And when I'm on 8 hours sleep, alongside all the other stuff, I've got permanent energy. I literally don't crash. I don't get tired at all. I sleep so well. When I go to bed, I instantly fall asleep. I wake up nicely. I normally go to bed around 10, wake up about 6. Sometimes it might be 9:30 to 5:30 in the morning, but it just depends, as long as I've got 8 hours sleep. But I don't ever wake up later than 7 a.m. That's absolute latest. But sleep, crucial. You want to sleep in a cool, dark room. You want it to be quiet. You don't want to have any light coming in. You don't want to have eaten too close to going to bed. And you don't want to go on your phone before going to bed. Ideally, you just get into bed and instantly go to sleep. You don't, like what I do, I've associated my bed with sleep now. So I go in my room, lights off, in bed, bang, I'm asleep. Just like that. That's because I've created this mental association in my brain between bed and sleep. Whereas, like, I used to watch TV in bed or go on my phone, scroll social media or whatever, but that is just, your brain needs to slow down and relax and just chill out, not have this, like, these flashing blue lights and this, like, constant dopamine right before you go to bed. It just doesn't make sense. And then when you wake up, you don't want to be going on your phone. That is such a shit way to start your day. You need to at least, I've said it in other videos, you need to complete your tasks before you go on your phone. Because if you wake up and go on your phone and you see something negative on social media or whatever it is, you've instantly set the frame for the day in a negative way. Whereas if you start, get up and you do something hard, you do a daily task, you frame the day. It's the first task for me, sets frame for the whole day. And then I have a good day, depending on how the start of the day is gone. So don't open your phone as soon as you wake up. It is not a good idea at all. So I've covered the fundamentals. I'm just going to give a few additions that you can make to benefit your health. And the first one is cold and heat therapy. So this is your ice bath and this is your sauna. I love both of them personally. Saunas are actually quite nice, but ice baths aren't very nice, to be honest, but they do give you a lot of health benefits. But even taking away the health benefits, I think people should. The number one reason that I use ice baths is because they fucking suck. They are so bad. I'm in the UK at the moment. If you live in the UK, you know how cold it's what is it, end of November. It's randomly got really cold, and Jesus Christ, I'm cracking the arse off in the morning, getting in there. I don't do it after working out. I normally just do it straight from bed because that's how it sucks the most. Is you get out of bed and you just go outside. It's freezing cold, and you just get in the ice bath, and it is terrible. It is genuinely woeful, but it gives you this, because it sucks so bad and you keep doing it when you don't want to. You get this mental strength, and you're just training your mind for other areas of life to recognize resistance, and then you attack this resistance. And this is how you just build up discipline effectively. It's just something I can use as a mental tool. And saunas, I think, are brilliant. I think they spike your HGH. They also suck after a certain amount of time. Again, it's just about building up this mental strength. For me, it's the number one thing over the health benefits, because this mental strength indirectly is going to then help you be consistent more long term with your health. So it's an indirect effect on your health and your consistency. And health is consistency. It's about being consistent. It's not about having the most optimized diet and training if you don't stick to it. The most important thing is sticking to it, otherwise it's just futile. Another point is intermittent fasting. This is really good, especially if you want to lose weight, but it's just great for your health as well. I've done a lot of long fasts. I actually haven't done one for a while, but I've done I think it was a 50-hour fast is the longest I've done. I'd like at some point to do a 3-day, but the only problem with that is I have to drop the intensity of my training, which I don't really like doing, but it's just really good for you, repairing your body, giving your body time to rest. And every time you eat, your body isn't fully resting, it's digesting the food. So on a basic level, you can just do 16-8, which is 16 hours fasted, and then you have an 8-hour window where you can sleep. So an example will be your last meal's at 6 p.m. in the evening, and then you don't eat till 10 a.m. or you can not eat till lunchtime. Actually, do an 18-hour fast is what I'd recommend. If just a simple level of doing intermittent fasting, you feel a lot better in the mornings, I find as well. I'm at my best state fasted. Like, I'm fasted now, I haven't eaten anything. It's 10 a.m. I just feel a lot clearer mentally and sharper. It's like that hunter's instinct, isn't it? You're just attacking the morning. You're not on a full stomach, and you don't want to be starting your day with sugar and carbs as well, like a lot of people do. That's just a recipe for disaster, really. Starting with cereal and shit like that. So especially if you're trying to lose weight, intermittent fasting, don't eat till lunchtime, just drink a lot of water. Very good health benefits. So next point I want to go on is supplements. I'm not a massive supplement guy, but I don't have a problem with them. There is one that I think everyone should take if you live in a cold country like me. It's vitamin D3. I have 5,000 IUs a day. It's very important, really important for the production of testosterone. It's just there's literally no sunlight in the UK at the moment. It's absolutely freezing and depressing. But I go to Thailand soon, in a month, and I'm going to stay there. It's going to be fucking brilliant. And I'm going to be tan. I'm going to be even more healthy, because the UK is an unhealthy place. If you live here, it is a miserable, unhealthy fucking place. So you don't want to be here. And I'm not going to be here soon. I want to relocate, go to Southeast Asia with my best mate as well. So make sure you stick around for that as well, because the content is going to be absolutely insane when I'm out there. I'm going to double down on the content as well, just absolutely hammer it, try and give as much value away as I can. More videos like this, different style, more lifestyle maybe as well, because of where I'm going to be. Whatever you boys want to see, put it in the comments and I'll do it. But also, back to supplements. Creatine, I think everyone should take. I think it's such a great supplement. I think there's so many weird, like, this weird thing with creatine. Everyone thinks it's so dangerous. They're like, oh, I don't know whether to take it or not. But it's literally naturally produced in your body. It's found in red meat. It is such a great supplement for me. I find a massive difference. I found it. I literally, I inflate in a good way. I just get bigger when I'm on it straight away. Not massively, but marginally, I do get bigger. My output's much better in the gym, and I just feel a lot better. I just think it's a no-brainer. There's loads of health benefits, physiological and not psychological, and mental benefits in terms of your clarity and your brain function. Just 5 grams a day, scoop a day. There's no risk. Just just take it. Don't listen to the TikTok bollocks that you'll find. It's like people, like some of the comments I see people putting on TikTok and stuff about creatine is just ridiculous. It's stupid. So there's no risk to it. If your parents aren't letting you take it, show them this video. There's absolutely no risk. I've been taking it for about 3 years. So am I not bald yet? Am I not dying of liver failure? So just drink enough water. That's all you got to do. This one I've always had up and down opinions about, and that's protein powder. I'm currently taking protein powder at the moment, not this really supplement in a traditional way. It's not like a pill or anything, but I don't have a problem with it, is what I'm just going to say. It's not ideal. It's not as good as red meat and eggs, but I just like having it for the extra protein. Have it whole milk. I also put my creatine in there as well. Sometimes I put dark chocolate or like raw cacao powder in there. If you want to take protein powder, I'm not against it personally, but just be aware that you don't want it as your primary source of protein, and it's just an addition to get extra protein. But the majority should be coming from real foods, clean, whole, nutritious foods, red meat, eggs, cheese. They're the proteins you want to be eating. Another little addition point, stretching. If you can just stretch once a week, you're literally going to be more flexible than the majority of the world, because no one stretches. I'm going to be honest. Myself, I'm very inconsistent with stretching. It's just one of them things you just don't really think it's that important. But I go in and out of phases of doing it, but I do think that it is very important, especially if you train a lot. Stretching your legs if you're running a lot is something that I do, especially training for the ultra marathon at the moment. But just stretch once or twice a week for 5 to 10 minutes, and you'll yield a lot of results from doing that in terms of your mobility and the mobility you allow yourself in the future. Because again, you build that frame now of staying flexible and mobile for the future, because you're not going to start stretching when you're 85 and your bones are already broken and then you're snapping your legs. So if you can start stretching, to start stretching, very simple way that you can give yourself a lot of long-term health benefits. Right, so in this video, you now understand it doesn't have to be complicated. Everything I've listed is very simple, very easy to understand. Just focus on the fundamentals is the basic of health and fitness, and that's what's going to give you 80% of the results. Don't listen to... I wouldn't get my knowledge off TikTok, if I'm being honest. From when I do look on there, it seems like there is a lot of shit on there. So I'd use YouTube, if I'm being honest, and just looking stuff off on the internet. TikTok, there is so much conflicting information now. It's actually just a bit ridiculous. So I understand that that if you were someone that doesn't understand health and fitness, it's very overwhelming because of how many conflicting opinions there are around certain things. Follow what's in this video. These are the fundamentals. I haven't made it complicated because this is all you need to know. But you need to start today. Start changing your life today. Start fixing your health. Cut all the shit from your life, because otherwise you're just going to put yourself in so much fucking pain, because you're going to be out of shape. You're going to feel like shit, physically and mentally, just broken. So start today. If you don't know where to start, if you want more help, there's going to be a link in the description. You can sign up for my program, one-to-one online coaching. It costs £99 a month. I'll help you get in the best shape of your life. I'll completely fast track everything to do with your health and fitness. You'll have me as effectively a mentor in terms of your health and fitness. I'll be available 7 days a week to answer any question you have. You get the nutrition, training, accountability. We guarantee results. You're guaranteed to get in shape. If you don't get in shape, I'll give you your fucking money back. Why would I make you pay me for something I haven't delivered? So that's all I've got to say for this video. It's slightly longer one than usual. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some value from it. I hope you take action. I hope you get in shape. I hope you start smashing the gym, your diet, your training. I'll see you in the next video, lads. Goodbye.